Alright, I left the flying till a little bit late in the day and the sun's already dipped below the hill, but it'll still look nice. So I'm going to fly a bit more with Ruthless. Just been having so much fun with her lately. Let's see if we can catch the last rays of the sun. No, we're going to have to go a bit higher than that. The hill's quite tall. There we go. Back off the throttle a little bit. Dip in and out of the shadow. Whee! She's gliding pretty okay with no power. Better than usual. Alright, let's pull her out of that. A little bit of inverted. Oops, she loses a bit of height in an inverted roll, but that's okay. Take her over above. Let's see if she can bunt out. Yep, she can. Here she comes. Zooming in. Oh, there's people on the field there. The motor's sounding lovely and smooth today. Just gotta be quick to relight the motor when I do a flop over the top or she can plunge into the ground. I had her do that when I filmed the other day and wrinkled the nose a little bit. Less than I feared because... oh yes, finally a good tail slide. I hope I got that. She's being beautifully obliging. Gentle hammerhead-ish kind of turn. There we go, under the wire. Might do another one or two of those, because it's lovely on a day this calm. Here we go, got another one. That's a better hammerhead, a bit smoother. Oh, the forbidden touch and go. My bad. I better land her and check the batteries, because this is the not so good battery and I don't want to overstress it. Alright, ground's a bit muddy, so just choosing a careful location to put everything down. Good, there is a doggo here, but they don't seem interested in the plane, which is a relief. I've had one jump on my plane when I was checking the battery before, which was a little bit irritating. I've gone and tucked the important lead under everything else. Nice work. Beep beep. 11.6. Oh, this terrible battery is actually holding up nicely. Usually I fly pretty sedately, but with this plane I can never resist the temptation to go full throttle all the time. Whee! Colbert. I just like how sort of 70s interdictor aircraft she looks when she comes in head on, or side on for that matter. People online were saying she looked a little bit like an F111, I guess, with the wings swept back, which wasn't quite what I was going for. The F111 has just so much snoot that I don't quite like the look. I like a plane to be a bit more proportional, but that was a slightly smoother roll. But she's, yeah, she kind of calls to mind that kind of longish range, fairly heavy interdictor kind of build, rather than a sort of poor man's ICBM like the B-58. Well, okay, that's being a bit cruel to the B-58. It was an absolutely beautiful aircraft. Been enjoying Ben Harbour's foam board B-58 recently. Some nice vids of that up on YouTube. Probably got a little bit more before I need to change the battery. I'll check temperature. No, barely even warm. Wow, what's this? I'm managing to fly her smoothly. Usually I'm far too wiggly on the sticks. Whoop, that's a little bit low. Not quite enough power for that inverted. Ooh! Ooh! Okay. That's going to require a little bit of TLC to fix. Wow. Yes, those control horns are barbecue skewers, and no, that's not ideal. Well, I'm going to friction fit this back into where it was and chuck her back in the air. Very poor decision making to go for a roll when she was that low and slow. A bit foolish of me there. Okay, no, I might be better off just sticking that in my pocket, flying her as a bank and yank. This may seem a bit needlessly cruel to my aeroplane, but I have a bit of a tradition of flying on battle damage to see how they cope with it. And there's a lot of grass in the intakes there. She really just ate that up. Yeah, she's fine. I just need to remember I don't have rudder. I was momentarily wondering why she wasn't responding to rudder inputs there. Yeah, she seems A-okay. Maybe I should have designed her rear section more with a view to letting the tail break away in the event of a catastrophe. That would save me a lot of glue work. Yeah, she can still hover fine. I am really missing my rudder. But this battery's probably getting a bit tired, so I'm going to bring her in. Give her some TLC. There we are. Poor beast. That's the trouble. Any aircraft of mine that flies well enough that I want to fly it all the time inevitably ends up having things like this done to it, which I'm sure is not uncommon in the hobby. Here we go. Battery's a little warm. Let's see what it's on. It's not too hot and puffy. I bought this pack down hot and puffy before, because it's had a horrible life. 11.2, perfect. I do like having a proper battery hatch. It's a good feeling. And you're on full rates. This poor grass spattered aeroplane can go back in the air. She's not doing too badly. There's some slight tendencies with no rudder that I can't quite do anything about. Yeah, she's a little bit wigglier in the wind. Slightly less stability, possibly because the fin's a bit wiggly. Can't stop her doing hammerheads when I go vertical now. I think she's got a little bit of rudder bias to one side with the control rod disconnected. Sit her in the air nice and still. A little bit of high alpha. On the plus side, I feel kind of good that if she's flying a bit wonkier with no rudder, then I must have got a bit more fluent at inputting rudder, which was not really a thing early on. Yeah, poor thing, she is a bit crippled with no rudder. I just feel bad for smashing her into the ground that bad. I'm a bit sentimental with my planes. Whoop, a little gust nearly rolled her over there. She's still doing fun things, so it's not all a loss. Inverted glide. Bring the motor back on. Slow invert. It's about the same in inverted. Let's bring her in a bit. Oh, an acceptable tail slide with no rudder. I'll take it. Feeling good about that. And another sort of okay one. Okay, well, I am blessed with a wonderfully calm day today, wind-wise, so that helps. Might even go for a cheeky under the wire run. Whoop. Hopped over both wires, that's no good. Let's go around again. She's got a bit more battery. And that's just the Dodgem car, sadly. Yeah, there we go. You can see the damage a bit more properly there. I'll just turn around into the light. Completely squidged over that whole bit of support foam on the underside. This is why box fuselages, I should have just made her a twin tail so that there'd be a bit more structure there to support it. It's really mulched. Had one spar to prevent wiggling in this axis and just a popsicle stick through there, but that hasn't done anything about vertical loads. I'm surprised she wasn't worse damaged, honestly. Oh well. She's still got life in her, so up she go. That shredding noise was a leaf remaining in the intake, I think. Not the best. Doesn't count if I touch the ground. Not low enough there. Oh, over one and under the other. Okay, she's touch and going better than she normally does, so that's cool, I guess, but what I want is to go under some dang wires. Whoop, there we go. Over one and under the other. Maybe if I go longitudinally. A bit harder to judge distance, but there we are. Got the end one. Garbage. This is usually what I waste the remainder of my battery doing. There we are, finally a good one. Bring her around for final approach and I think we'll take her home here. She's had a rough day. Whoops! Ending the day with a nose bump. How bad was that? Not really at all. Bit of wrinkly on the bouncy part of the nose, but no damage to the important bits. Knocked the tail a bit loose again. I'd like to end the day on a catch, so I'm going to take her up again. Too fast and too high. Let's take her around again. Slower, gentler approach. Nice slow landing run. There we are. Home time. I'm very sorry, Ruthless. You deserve better than this. So do most of my planes. Alrighty, that's good enough. Pop the battery out. Alrighty, and transmitter's still good. Pop that off. Pop her down while I measure this pack because I'm curious to see how low I got it. It's, yeah, a bit warm. 11.0, okay, that's not great, but not the end of the world. 3.67, 3.68, and 3.66, okay. No damage. Alright, time to turn off the video and go home.